For spring-summer 2020, we have the Knox Brighton jeans coming here at Urban Rider, and these are very much based upon the winning formula that was applied to the Knox Richmond Mark II, or the best-selling jean in our lineup currently. This is a jean that offers you for $159.99, AA levels of CE approval, a Cordura Denim blended outer with a Kevlar liner fully lined on the inside of the jean, Knox Level 1 CE approved removable armour in the hips and in the legs as well, and just a great fit and a great look for all day on and off the bike. So kind of everything you want really, but arguably having that full Kevlar lining means it's a little bit heavier and a little bit therefore hotter in the hotter parts of the riding season. So these swoop in to kind of mop up any gap that they may leave in that part of the year by giving you essentially the same formula, but slightly less Kevlar, which might not sound like a good thing, but it's still enough for the jeans to achieve level A CE approval. So that's the level just below the AA of the Richmond jeans. They come in at a lower price and therefore they're a little bit lighter weight overall as well. So it depends really where your preference lies, where you stand on the spectrum of wanting complete outright protection and wanting as much comfort as possible, and which part of the season you're riding in. Realistically, if it is the spring and the hot part of the summer, then perhaps you do want something that's a little bit less full on, but still giving you good levels of protection for urban riding. But these jeans have that same sort of cut and they have the same formula applied elsewhere. So this is again that Cordura Denim blend outer, which looks and feels very much like normal jeans. It has a 2% elastine in it as well, which gives you this really nice comfort stretch. It means the jeans don't fight you when you get into position, makes them very comfortable for walking around in all day, and actually means that if you're someone that prefers that slightly more fitted look, then you can get them more fitted without it being constrictive once you're on the bike, which is a weakness in a lot of other non-stretch bike jeans. So these ones definitely have all that going. They have the same fantastic armour pocket system, which is very simple really, but it's the way that armour should work for me in motorcycle jeans, which is by having this hidden access zip on the inside of the outer part of the leg itself. So this is where you insert the knee armour and remove it from, which means of course you don't need to take the jeans off to take the armour out when you get off your bike at the end of the ride. So if you do the default way, which is what most jeans do, which is having internally accessed Velcro pockets for the armour, and you want to take the armour out, you've got to take the jeans off, and therefore why were you wearing something that's designed to be an on-off the bike product in the first place? So this definitely is the best way of it working for me. And you get, as I said, this Knox Micro-Lock Level 1 CE approved stuff, which is probably the best armour there is on the market. That slots into the knees, and you also have it in the hips as well. In terms of the difference between the lining extent of the Kevlar on the Richmonds and on these on the Brightons, you have quite a large difference really. So the Richmond is fully lined down to right at the bottom of the ankle, whereas the Brightons that we have here, they have the Kevlar panelling essentially behind the impact zones where the armour pockets are, so for the knees and in that area where the hip goes on the seat of the pants. So it's going to give you some elevated degree of abrasion resistance, where you're most likely to need it in the event of an accident, but otherwise you're reliant on this Cordura Denim blend outer for the abrasion resistance itself. So that's why therefore these are lighter and therefore more suitable to lower speed urban riding environments and hotter weather riding. One thing that does need to be mentioned about the Brighton jeans is when it comes down to the actual sizing. So Knox themselves say that these size and fit exactly like their best-selling Richmond jeans do, but there's no doubt the waist sizing is different on these between the two products. So with the Richmond jeans, just to recap, we said they fit 1 inch large, and that meant if you're borderline you need to go down a size. These fit 1 inch small, so therefore if you're borderline you need to go up a size. So essentially in like for like, there is a whole size difference between them by virtue of the sizing being half a size small on these and half a size big on the other one. So it's a bit weird. So I am very much a 32 in the Richmonds and very much a 34 in these. I can still get in the 32s as someone who's a 33 waist because of the stretch, but they really look very much like a skinny jean, which is not particularly my thing. The stretch allows that, but I'm going up to the 34s here for the right equivalent sizing to the Richmonds. So it just means if you're buying one of each and you want to compare, send one back to us, you will need to get different sizes most likely, which is a bit frustrating. Do head over to the size guide. We take all the measurements of each size in the range laid flat and you can compare them, but the data clearly shows that there is one size basically different between the same waist size from one jean to the other. So anyway, the leg length is by standard a 33-inch leg, which is generally about right for most people. They also offer a short leg at 30 inches, and we do not sell many of them. So I think by default, if you're not quite sure, go for the 33. You can roll it up at the bottom. You can also actually get it tailored. It makes no difference to, there's no Kevlar lining at that particular point, so it's not going to be a problem to do so. And these jeans coming in at $139, that £20 price difference, it is interesting. I mean, you could well argue for £20 you're getting a lot more with the Richmonds, but really if you're someone that actually finds that they want something lighter and less hot for particularly this part of the riding season we're entering into, these will be slightly better for that, assuming you don't need anything super substantial for long and touring type rides. In stock and available now. Let us know your thoughts, comments and feedback, and we will be sending you much more video reviews of the world's finest riding gear shortly, so stay tuned. See you then. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.